I feel bitterly angry about it because I've worked most of my bloody life, and now when I need a few quid I can't get it, and I just say on board, I can't even get myself a council house, you know, and certainly too busy like financing all these bloody wars, and basically that's that. You've served your purpose, and we're not interested in you anymore.
They are spending billions on arms and about to spend billions more on nuclear arms, while people here are being put out of their jobs, and they have no hope for the young people in Britain.
So we are at war. This is where the lies begin.
When they spend billions on war, when they kill our brothers and sisters abroad, they are damaging us. They are damaging our services. They are damaging our people. They are damaging our universities and our children's futures.
We don't want it, and we cannot afford it.
The political class knows it's lost the battle for public opinion on Afghanistan and the war on terror. Especially now it's being paid for by cuts at home, which is why they're talking about an exit strategy in 3 years' time.
None of them can bring themselves to utter the word imperialism and let that slip from their tongue, because that's what all of these wars have been about.
And if that wasn't enough, the so-called Middle East Peace Envoy, ex-Prime Minister Tony Blair, is calling for new wars against Iran and Syria. We do not want it.
So our job is to turn public hostility to the war into unstoppable pressure to end it.
Universities will become places for the few. These few will no longer be studying courses which encourage resistance or critical inquiry. This matters. The Afghani people matter, and we will not be silent.
May peace in the world prevail.
A lot of money, the government have to find all those money and all the resources that they mash down to put back in. You understand? So war even take a bit out of the economy. And I don't know if it put back in.
Why? Can you build a future in war? Could you?
This war must make the gaining. You must profiting from war.
Mr. Bush had, or one of his family members had this weapons company. They went to war in Afghanistan and Iraq, and they used to get the weapons from there, and that company was worth 2 million or 8 million, something like that, and that's worth now 200 million or 2 billion, something like that, all after the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Like America and England, to invade different countries or help different countries and get money with interest. That's how they keep their army going, and that's how they keep their country going.
They cut the benefits of the people, why they should actually give to the benefit of the people, because the people kind of works to keep the civilization of the country going.
Really wanted to be able to afford to go to university without taking out a loan. Now I've got to pay like £21,000, and I just, it makes you wonder if it's worth it, and everything's getting elitist again.
The government puts so much money into wars and weaponry, things that are made to kill, when we don't even look at our own community. We need hospitals, we need schools, we need places where people can go and learn and become better people, and more peaceful people. Instead, what type of example is that setting to our next generation?
They spend all the taxpayers' money to fight the war. Then they spend another lot of government money, taxpayers' money, to rebuild it. What we already bombed and whatever, innit?
I think we need to revolt. We all need to stand up and make our voices heard, because if there's no justice, there can be no peace, and there is a definite injustice that we're going into other people's countries and taking what is rightfully theirs. Look what happened to Africa. There used to be diamonds in the sand. We stole that. And that's all in the name of war. It's ridiculous, it's wrong.
Most people are too scared, we're too lazy to actually step up and make a change.
Yeah, we don't care enough. Too selfish.
We shouldn't tolerate it, we shouldn't have it. No, because it most likely would save the country a lot of finance.
People still need to be part of the history, actively fight back. There's no way, we don't have a choice.
Well, I'm here today because I think in the first place we should not have gone into Iraq or Afghanistan. Most people I know, and I've spoken to people from the far left to the far right, ordinary people have absolutely no idea what we're doing in Afghanistan.
To be honest, I mean, I'd love to say that we should go and protest that out and then, like, you know, but it just never makes a decision. It's about, like, us putting the right people in power.
I think we need to do something about it and make a stand today, because the government don't care about us, guys. They don't care, not at all. So we, the people, need to actually stand up and say, look, we don't agree with this because we're employing them, we're paying their wages, they're working for us.
I hope my grandchildren say, oh, you know, in 2011 we had a bigger demonstration, people fight to occupy houses because the price of housing is going bad. They are going to be 80 and say, oh, it's there, oh, it's part of the history. Okay?
So I don't think we should be following America into all their wars. I think they're a neurotic nation, and I think we should just spend the money at home on people who need it.
And also, we need to come together. One person can't make a change. We need to come together. I mean, if they see millions of people coming together, fighting against them, they will make a change. They will be forced to make a change. But if only the minority do it, what can be done?
As sure as God made little apples, 9/11 was an inside job.